Rusty with Dingo Power here. This is a TX1000 Turbo wide track, and we need to replace the wheel motor on it. Haven't done one before, but I believe I know how it's done, so I'm going to walk you through. One thing about this track assembly is the track assembly is made overseas, and so if you look at the bolts, a lot of the bolts say 10.9, but this bolt and this bolt are grade 8 bolts because they go into the American made frame. They're standard, but the rest of the bolts on here are metric, as well as the bolts for the drive gear, which the drive motor is made overseas, so it's metric as well. So we're going to take off these two two covers here first, and my assistant Chad all right. Now, this is a 33 millimeter wrench. It is hard to find one, but that is the size that it is. Once you get that loose, then you can just take a standard half-inch ratchet, throw in the end of the bolt there, and back the bolt out. You get most of the tension off of this. It doesn't have to be. I can pull that off so you can see the other spring, or see the spring. That might be enough tension off, so go ahead and take that off. And we're going to switch over and we're going to take off the bolts for the drive gear. Go ahead and leave 2 bolts in that half. One bolt. And take off this one here. And this is, if you're changing a track, this is the way you do it. You went and pull all the bolts out of that half, but you would take it and take one half of the gear off. Chad is going to yell at me when it rotates. And then we will go back. What? Yeah. Oh. There? We'll take off the other half of that gear. we'll just flop this track down a little ways, and then I'll meet you under the here in a minute underneath and show you the bottom side. All right, and now that we got taken the last bolt out, it's simple enough. We remove the pump, and you can see we've got your inlets here, and then over here is that line that we need, that hard line that we need to remove and have the arms up. This is a very similar motor to the 1300, which has been out for longer, and the 1300 has had really good luck with this. This is an anomaly. This is odd that we're having to replace this wheel motor. Out of all the machines that we have, this is the first one that's been an issue. And Toro says that they've had a lot better luck with these Proclane motors. As always, thanks for watching. You can check us out at dingopower.com. Give us a call or shoot us an email. Thank you. All right, now down underneath, I had the flow meter hooked to this to check the flow on the tandem, but basically you need to remove the two hydraulic lines going to the wheel motor. Get them down out of the road, and then you have to remove the fittings going into the wheel motor, because there isn't enough room to get around or for it to go through the hole. Oh, hope if you turn it the right way. Boy, that's on there tight. All right, and then these are the bolts that start at that one. That hold the wheel motor in. We need, make sure you're on full to get you on the wides. Right. Ready? Yep. Okay, you're not in max torque, so put it in neutral. Huh? I know, but it's not max torque. Good. Okay, try it now. All right. Ready for the next one? Yep. Let's go to the other side. On the bottom? Yep. Right. Yeah. Oh, just bump it a little. All right, it's right there. Okay. Ready? Yep. Oh, go ahead and spin it. Okay. All right. All right. Hold on. And there's also a cross line that runs across before we take the last one out from one wheel motor to the other, and you have to take that cross feed line off. And I'm going to have to find something special to do that. Just a note, make sure that you, before you go to take out the wheel motor, that you raise the arms, and there's a nut or a hard line that needs to be disconnected right there before you disconnect the drive motor lines, or else you won't be able to raise the lift arms to get that hard line off.